Retalk with Debbie Jones Erue. I can't fail to always say thank you for helping to promote the Retalk. And just in case you're just tuning in, this is the Retalk. Here we are realistic, using God as our baseline. In 2014, God said to me, Pst Debby Jones, I want you to intercede for nation. I want you to watch. And I said, how could that be? How could that be? Because there were people who were actually interceding. He said, yes, they are interceding, but I am mandating you to pray, to watch for nations. He said, because if I mandate anyone, that person is accountable. That person will give a report. And at that point, I decided to obey the call of God. And that gave birth to Women on Rescue. We are watchers. We stand in the gap. We pray for nations. I'm going to read Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 1. He said, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and we watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. In Nehemiah chapter 7, verse 3, he said, and I said unto them, let not the gates of Jerusalem be opened until the sun be hot, and while they stand by, let them shut the doors and bar them, and appoint watches of the inhabitants of Jerusalem, and everyone in his watch, and everyone to be over against his house. I like Nehemiah chapter 4, verse 9, what it says. It said, nevertheless, we made our prayer unto our God, and set a watch against them day and night because of them. Times without number, we've always heard the word watch. And we've always asked, and I think even in our sleep, we can actually pronounce the word watch. We can actually talk about it. But let me just reiterate here that to watch is to observe critically. To watch is to be vigilant. To watch is to take caution. And when God said watch, it means that I should observe. And ever since we've been praying, interceding, going from one city to the other, going from one creek to one village to the other, we really don't select where to go. We go where God directs us to go. And if we are conversant with what is happening today, and if we are also conversant with the scripture in Matthew chapter 24, if we are conscious and we are vigilant, you will agree with me that what is written in Matthew chapter 24 is at play. There are things we call biblical prophecies. Nobody can pray against them. They are end-time manifestations, and they will surely come to pass. But I like what the scripture also says. It said, because of the elect sake, those days shall be shortened. And it said, blessed is he that endures to the end. And we all have faith that if we are patient and we endure to the end, we shall be blessed. And so we'll be praying, we'll be watching. Whatever is happening in our country today, in Nigeria, it's not far-fetched, it's part of the end time. But if we come together to watch, you will discover that even the elect will be saved. Whether you like it or not, in this end time, the earth will burn, heaven will burn, everywhere will burn, but only those who have the Spirit of God will survive. Let's look at what the scripture says in Matthew chapter 26 from verse 36. I'm just going to jump the scripture because it's a long one. It said, then cometh Jesus with them into a place called Gethsemane, and said unto the disciples, sit ye here while I go and pray yonder. Then said he unto them, my soul is exceeding sorrowful, even unto death. Tarry ye here and watch with me. Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. And he came and found them asleep again, for their eyes were heavy. Then cometh he to his disciples and said unto them, sleep on now and take your rest. Behold, the hour is at hand, and the Son of Man is betrayed into the hands of sinners. Rise, let us be going. Behold, is at hand that doeth betray us. Jesus asked a simple question. Can't you watch with me for just an hour? Whatever is happening in our nation, Nigeria, we cannot overemphasize the place of prayer. As far as Nigeria is concerned, as far as the world is concerned, we have tried our best. We have voted money in security. We have done a lot. Yet we'll see what is going on. Doesn't it show that it's God that can help us in this situation? I know a lot of people will say, it's not only prayer, it's not only prayer. No problem. I once told a radio caller that all hands should be on deck. If you can pray, pray. If you can fight, fight. If you can go on guerrilla war, please do. But we just want to dot the I's and cross the T's. We want to put the right pegs in the right hole. And since I can pray, let me pray. After all, the scripture makes me understand that when the children of Israel went for battle, led by Joshua, that anytime Moses' hands was up, that Joshua win the battle. But whenever his hands comes down, Joshua lose the battle. So that's the place of prayer. The hands of flesh will fail us. Yeah. If we put our trust in praises, they will fail us. But there is somebody that cannot fail us. And in this critical time, we need to call on him. When Nehemiah was faced with the Tobias, the Sanballats, and even his fellow men, the Jews, some Jews who had chicken hearts, he resorted in praying. He resorted in washing. The scripture said at the point, he said to them, with one hand hold your weapon, and with another hand let us do the work. They were walking at the same time, they were washing. What stopped us from praying? I want to call on all concerned citizens of Nigeria to join us, join Women on Rescue to keep praying for Nigeria. And watch this space. We may be coming to your zone very, very soon. And don't forget, I'm a washer, and I have a lot of women also washing with me. Just go to rest, just relax, because God is in control. I just read from my new book, The Ice Washer. This can spoil you. It can really ginger and wake up your prayer life. It can tell you what to do. Thank you very much. This is still the Real Talk with Debbie Jones Erue.